Hi, my name is Alastair from the Vespa Group, and today we are going to talk about the difference between leasehold and freehold. I know that there's a lot of people out there who won't touch a leasehold. Oh my goodness, it's a leasehold, I only want a freehold. That's great, as long as you're buying a house. Only houses are freehold. You cannot buy a flat that is freehold. And I know right now there are some of you going, yes, my flat is freehold. No, it isn't. You own a share of the freehold. So you can certainly own a share of the freehold, and certainly that's the next best step rather than it being a freehold, because you cannot buy a freehold apartment in England. A share of the freehold means exactly that. Instead of there being an external management company that owns the freehold, all of the apartments own a share of it, as simple as that. What that means is, hopefully, the costs for your service charge are under control rather than somebody else trying to make money off that. So, share of freehold, that's great. Leasehold, a lot of apartments that are released or a lot of new builds in London have a 999-year lease. So let's be honest, 1,000 years, shall we call it, I probably won't be around, you probably won't be around, your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren may not be around. So let's be honest, it's almost like freehold. It's not freehold, but it's almost like freehold. So with that sort of length of lease, you have no worries. Some of them, though, in London especially, can get right down to 20 years, 10 years, 30 years. Anything under 80, anything under 80 years lease means you cannot get a mortgage on the property. You can't buy it, and it makes selling the property very, very difficult. So if you are a homeowner and your lease has got down anywhere near 80 years, really anything under 100, you need to be looking at renewing that lease. It's a straightforward job to renew a lease, however many years there are left on it. But it costs money, you'll be surprised to hear. You need to find out. There are calculations as to how much money it will cost, and that depends on how many years are left, etc., etc. It can be quite expensive, though, to renew a lease. You can be looking at something like 10,000, 20,000, could be more. So you do need to have a look at that and find out. If you are trying to sell your home, my advice would be, at least start the process of extending your lease before you start trying to sell your property. If you are trying to sell it, offer it with the lease extended, because if you actually sell your property with 80 years or less, you're only appealing to cash buyers, and cash buyers will not give you top money. They will not give you top money. They will give you less, and they will give you less than it will cost them to extend the lease. So do bear that in mind. So freehold, fantastic, happy days, but only applies to houses. A lot of the London market is apartments. Get a share of freehold if you can, otherwise get a long, long lease. If you're a homeowner selling your property, extend, or at least start to extend that lease before you try and sell. I'm Alastair from the Vespa Group. Thank you very much. Goodbye.